Right, welcome ladies and gents. The fight against gamers from the establishment, bizarre, I'm even saying that, continues because we've now got Retcon Games founder, so another one of these sort of just infected nonsense kind of garbage institutions that work alongside studios, coming out and basically saying everyone is racist and white male gamers are bad. So, the majority of gamers then, basically. Yes, the Sweet Baby Inc. nonsense continues. Ladies and gents, we're going to dive into this today. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Also, just as a quick one, if you've been enjoying my Sweet Baby Inc. videos, you can support the Sweet Baby Inc. movement by going over and actually buying your very own Sweet Baby Inc. t-shirt. Oh yes, I've got my own designs now, as you can see here. We've got this beautiful Sweet Baby Inc. shirt. That's over at mr8shop.com. It also comes in a really cool mug, actually, which I prefer the mug over any of the other designs. But you can go grab that if you want. You don't have to. It's all good, but it's linked down below, and it does help the channel out. So, let's take a look at this. So, Retcon Games founder Jess Negron maligns gamers as a racist. Because Sweet Baby Inc. was exposed. There you go. Yep. And straight white male gamers, well, they're just, they're basically the devil, aren't they, at this point? Anyway. So, Retcon Games founder Jess Negron decided to malign gamers, describing them as racist after Sweet Baby Inc. was exposed, demonizing straight white male gamers. Because those that like to use these words all the time, generally speaking, it's a big self-report, they are racist. Absolutely, unequivocally, these individuals are. They view the world in this sort of immutable characteristic fashion. You are your skin colour. You are what you identify as. You are where you put your genitalia. All this kind of nonsense, right? It's garbage. Rather than just dealing with individuals on, I don't know, an individual basis. Maybe. They don't do that. And I was on the Critical Drinkers stream last night at the open bar, and we had a really good conversation actually about Sweet Baby Inc. And I think it's important to note, and I'll note it here, is that they will fail at this. They will fail. All of this will fail. Why? And I'll explain, obviously. Because with media, with movies, it kind of works. And what am I talking about is this left-wing bias, this sort of communist bias, Marxist bias, this agenda socialist bias, right? Which we have very, very prevalently, at the very least, progressive bias, whatever way you want to call it. Now, that's been put to movies for some time, and it's kind of worked here and there because the market for films is huge. And it's actually very low investment on the audience member. $10 here, $15 there. It's not that much. It all adds up, of course, but it's not that much. And so it's worked for a while, but we have seen recently that the movie-going audience has now started to out and out reject this nonsense. Now, what's happened is that they moved too quickly, too much, too soon with games. They've pushed it here and there. They pushed it a little bit here, a little bit there, but now they've been exposed. They did too much too soon, and you're going to go up against an immovable object when it comes to the gaming audience. Because there's not that many, right? It's not as big as the demographic that goes out to, movies, for instance, in terms of its broadness, right? The gaming demographic is a very specific demographic, generally speaking, men under 30s, and they've got a lot of time on their hands, but also the investment is high. It's sometimes $100 for a video game, £70 in the UK, £50. And the thing is, you've got to spend a lot of time with this game. So you start putting this nonsense in it, and people start cottoning on, which they have, you're done. It's done. And this is the problem with these media outlets and these AAA game studios, is you push too much too soon, and you also try to move, the sort of political messaging agenda far too left. And generally speaking, the majority of the gaming audience aren't like that. They aren't. And you mess with people's games, you're screwed. And that's what's happened. And it's a glorious thing. So anyway, I just thought I would add that because it's interesting. So Sweet Baby Inc. employees Maya Kramer and Chris Kindred attempted to cancel the individual that created the Steam curator account, or the list anyway. And there's been nonsense, loads of nonsense. They try to cancel them. They try to harass that individual, try to get his account blocked. You can see it here. Report the creator since he loves his account so much. I mean, it's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. And this person is an out-and-out racist. Anyway, Felix at home says, sorry, no one thing has changed. The number of people who understand that spreading misinformation just lets them be racist in public with no consequences has increased. Well, that's funny, coming from someone who literally has tweets maligning, white men and saying, oh, I dreamt I was a white man. My God, how awful is that? Bloody racist, basically. As you can see here, had a nightmare as a white male gamer. Looking around the mixer last night, just how white this male and white and male our developer scene is. It's really white and male. These people literally hate you. Stop paying them. Anyway, who's this other idiot? Who's this individual? Again, this is just sort of a massive roundup of everything that's been happening. Jess Negron. But maybe a diversity cabal would be a good thing, actually. What? No, it's actually not. Don't alienate your customers. Baby, racist will not ever be my target market. No. You fat, pink-haired douche. They won't be, funnily enough. And also, it's not racist that are buying the games anyway. You should probably look up definitionally what racist means, you fat, pink-haired scum. Now, your target market are idiots, or people gullible enough to buy your shite, which isn't many people anymore. And if you weren't in with the studios that you work with, you'd be getting no money. Because that's what a lot of these people are, remember. A lot of these individuals have previously once worked at the AAA game studios that they now work and consult alongside. So it's literally just friends scraping each other's friends' backs going, yeah, you can have a piece of this pie. And then they pass that profit margin, the expense of hiring someone, onto you, the gamer. And that's why these games are so bloody expensive, among other things, of course. But she would double down again, because she's a fat scumbag, and said, not the clueless racist telling me they'll only be supportive if games are separate but equal. Right, okay, so no evidence. No evidence of racism. No, well, just nothing, is it really? You got no input there properly. There's no argument aside from your, 330 views? What a turd. Honestly. You wouldn't know a racist if it came up and punched you in the face. You would not. You would not know them because you demean the word. You negate the use of the word with its frivolous manner that you throw it around. So there you go. I don't have much else to say on this. There was some other kind of commentary with respect to the Sweet Baby Inc. CEO. As you can see here, she came out and did this GDC conference thing a while ago and basically revealed, what she does, how she forces people to hire consulting groups. If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value and what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. So you're going to call them ists and phobes then? Because they have to consider. I say that out loud as a joke, but it's actually very, very true. Because if you start to consider the people who are players and audience facing, and you have to deal with mitigating harm and with keeping the sentiment around their game and their project positive, there's like a genuine value that you could impress upon them both ethically and financially. You could say this is important. It's not. It is not important. It's not important at all. What you do is not important. Absolutely not important. Follow me over on Twitter at Mistake Reviews because I shared a compiled list of other such organisations like Sweet Baby Inc. There's more. But Sweet Baby Inc., you'll die on this altar. Just like your website's died at the moment. Just like the fact that you've gone and tried to change stuff about your website. But you'll die on this altar. You will die. You've been sacrificed to the gods of balance. We need to bring balance back. Balance to the force. Anyway. So thoughts down below. Cheers, guys. Merch. Grab a Sweet Baby Inc. mug. Grab a Sweet Baby Inc. shirt. Take care. Bye-bye now.